Everything
good.
okay?
Everything is good by God's grace. Everything is
So
good.
today we're bringing you the Know Your Level edition of the Joy Sports Center.
So who are we? Whose level are we knowing? Whose level are we looking
Well, I'll tell you about that in a bit.
All right. But the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN 4G Plus for the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed. Choose MTN TurboNet. Standard Chartered Bank here for good and multi-TV. Just thrills. MTN Momo is celebrating 10 years of making life simple by giving away 10 brand new Hyundai cars in the MTN Momo at 10 promo. And for the month of June, Rebecca Quay was the lucky winner of the Hyundai Grand i10 2019. Just keep using your MTN Momo accounts to build points and win exciting prizes like Samsung Smart TVs, up to 3,000 Ghana cedis in e-cash, or one of the brand new Hyundai cars, including the all-new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe, from now till the end of August. Remember, promo winners will only be called with 024 for 300,000, and to redeem their prizes, dial *120# to check your points. Terms and conditions apply. So go on, just Momo it. We did for you everywhere you go. Want to feel special? Want to be pampered? Well, I do. And I know that you do too, because you're worth all the good things in life. Now imagine getting free access to over 1,000 VIP lounges in airports all over the world for you and that special person with your Standard Chartered Visa Infinite card. Walk into a world of privileges and comfort while you wait to travel the world. Enjoy free food, drinks, Wi-Fi, and everything else that comes with it. Just when you thought it was too good to be true, it gets better. You have free travel insurance cover worth $2.5 million on every trip. This is just a few of the many amazing privileges a Standard Chartered Visa Infinite Debit or Credit Card brings you. Isn't it time for an upgrade? Call toll free now on 0800 740 100 or visit www.sc.com/gh for yours today. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Hold on, but that song, I know my level. Which key was it sung in? Was it C sharp or F major?
Charlie. It was sung with a Mercedes-Benz key.
So that's your level, eh?
Yeah, that's my level.
Hey, you be hard guy.
Yeah, G. Charlie was off a sport.
Daniel, I want you to take you this morning into the thank you package extended to the Teranga Lions of Senegal for finishing runners-up in the just-ended Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. Now, the team arrived to a carnival welcome with thousands lining the streets and running after the team's bus in Dakar in excitement. Now, Senegalese President Macky Sall announced a financial package of $34,000 for each player and staff member. Now, this is added to the $17,000 that each player had already received for reaching the final of the tournament. Now, this sparks interesting conversations about the Black Stars of Ghana, whose reward packages at tournaments as well as expenditure have been subjects of public discussion. Now, when Ghana finished second in Egypt in the 2010 edition, second to Egypt in the 2010 edition in Angola, each player received $20,000 cash from the late President John Evans Atta Mills. Now, then in 2015, at the Equatorial Guinea edition, Ghana lost for a second time on penalties to Cote d'Ivoire. Remember that one? It was very, very painful. But where does your allegiance lie anyway? Cote d'Ivoire or Ghana?
Oh,
we'll talk about that one later. So at the 2015 edition, in Equatorial Guinea, where Ghana lost to Cote d'Ivoire on penalties, each player received a brand new Jeep Cherokee as a sign of the nation's gratitude, and the gesture was facilitated by Tanning Ghana, who are the local franchise holders and distributors of the automobile. Now, remember that vehicle goes for $75,000, so if you want extra features like what you want on your Mercedes-Benz, then it goes for more. So these examples are not new in Africa, because in AFCON 2019, the just ended edition, Africa's wealthiest man, Aliko Dangote, and oil magnate Femi Otedola combined to reward each goal scored by Nigeria in the semi-finals with $75,000. Now, we're rolling back these examples as we look ahead to the sports minister's rendering of accounts and spend at in Parliament tomorrow. Now, Joy Sports Center has gathered some very interesting details which we'll be sharing with you as we go along.
Tell us.
Just as the late President Mills would say, "Di ufiasem." So now let's talk. Now, the Ghana Football Awards Coach of the Year, CK Akono, has exclusively told Joy Sports he's not interested in the technical director role handed him at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now, CK Akono, after winning the Tier 1 Normalization Committee Special Competition, was asked to take the role of, technical director while Kjetil Zachariasen took over as head coach. CK tells Joy Sports that his legal team is addressing the issue since he's not interested in the role.
That is what it is. I want to do this to the highest level, and so I'll continue to work harder and see the way forward.
I think it's a good time to find out if you are technical director of Asante Kotoko or you are not the technical director.
No, I'm not. For now, I'm not. Yeah.
But there is a letter to that effect.
Of course, these are things that legalities, the lawyers and all that. I'm not perfect in that. I'm not, and so I leave it to those who can handle it very well. Else, I'll mess up.
And finally, so what's going to be the next move for you now?
Well, I'm looking forward to go for an attachment, but it's hard because most of the clubs are in pre-season training, and so I will have to wait a bit when they come back and then see the way forward.
Charlie, since we're talking the no level, we're still on the.
I have a question.
Know your level edition of the Joy Sports Center. Yeah. Let's just remind everybody. Okay, so
CK Akono said he's going to do an attachment.
Yes.
CK Akono.
Yeah.
So he's going to be an intern.
Well, you could say that.
Okay. Let's continue with the Joy Sports.
But technical. So in this case, who's the technical director? You are the technical director. I'm the coach.
No, I'm the coach. What do you mean? You are the technical director.
But as the technical director, I'm bigger than you are.
Okay, you know what? Be a coach. I'm a general coach.
Yeah, okay, so Kumasi Asante Kotoko remain there because the Porcupine Warriors will begin their CAF Champions League campaign next month against Kano Pillars of Nigeria. Now, goalkeeper Felix Annan is hopeful of their chances against their first opponents.
It's not a bad draw, but this is the Champions League, and then every team there, is strong. So we have to be prepared very well mentally and physically, so that we can go through all the games, and then hopefully it's going to be a good season for us.
After the AFCON, you had a 2-week break. Now you are back with the team. New players have come in. There is a new manager. How are things shaping up?
I think I trained with the team for the last 2 days, and then it's not bad. But I've always said as players, we always have to act professionals. Irrespective of who is there. If it's a new coach, a new management, we play for the badge. So every player has to turn his mind to work for the club. So we know it's only going to be hard work and the team bonding and the team coordination that is going to work. So hopefully we will get that, and then the season will go on well.
Ghana Football Awards Goalkeeper of the Year Felix Annan speaking to Joy Sports. Benedict Owusu there. Now, his former national teammate Fatau Dauda recently won the Nigerian Premier League with the Nyimba FC. Now, they played Kano Pillars during the season. Now, he has this advice for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Kano Pillars is a good side. They have a lot of fans, like the way Kotoko have fans, and they are a big team in Nigeria. They are just, I think, the second biggest club in Nigeria if you take out Enyimba. They should expect a good game. And Kano Pillars like to play they like to play ball. They like to keep the ball. They like possessing. So Kotoko should expect something like that. If Kotoko can hold them and don't allow them to start attack from the back, I don't think they will have a plan B because they like to play. That's what their fans like, to play the ball from behind. So if Kotoko can hold them and then give them pressure for them not to start attack from behind, I think they can have something. They have good players.
Goalkeeper Fatau Dauda there. Let's talk some transfer news now. And Columbus Crew SC right back Harrison Affle has lauded Kwame Bonsu's move to Tunisian side Esperance de Tunis. Now Bonsu completed his move from Asante Kotoko after signing his deal last week. Affle, who played for Esperance and became a household name before moving to the MLS, is backing Bonsu to succeed at the club.
Congratulations to Kwame Bonsu and then also Chipsa. Chipsa is doing a great job, helping the guys. I say God bless him. And then to Kwame, I think he should go all out. He should always remember where he's coming from. Then make sure he go out there and then deliver. And I also like to take this opportunity to also, give him all the support, Back in the day when I was there, like the support and then the prayers, we should keep the same thing to I'm sure he will go out there and then make himself and Ghanaians proud.
Let's do some more within the transfer space here on the Joy Sports Center. And Kwame Bonsu's former teammate Abdul Safiu is currently in Sweden trying to secure a move to Helsingborg IF. Now, according to the player's agent Yusuf Chipsa, officials of the team are interested in Safiu and could possibly seal a deal at the end of the week.
Hopefully, we're looking forward to hear good news by the close of the week, to see if he will stay or not.
Is he on trials, or is something that possibly maybe after will be concrete and he will have a deal with them?
Yes, not really trials, but it's all about the transfer fee involved. So the club wanted to see him and then to see how best they could negotiate for the fee. So it's more or less about that.
But it's a player that they are very much interested in.
Yes, they are very much interested in it.
Some more on Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and quite a number of Asante Kotoko players are on their way out, while others are finding their way in at the Kumasi Bay side as they ready for the African Champions League campaign. Now, Kelvin Owusu has more on some confirmed deals.
The CAF Champions League campaigners have completed deals for goalkeeper Kwame Ba, Matthew Kelvin Ando, Mpim Da Costa, Justice Blay, and Ivorian striker Adingra Bidodan Musa. The rest are Richard Arthur, Godfrey Siama, Zumamana, and Traore from Burkina Faso, as well as Malian Mamadou Kouyaté, Bright Angel, former Mediama left back, and Arnold Didi, who is yet to arrive, and recently Ugandan striker George Abege from Kariobangi Sharks. It is important to know that apart from Daniel Dakwa, who has been granted his transfer request from the club, over 30 players who worked for the Porcupines last season are still contracted, despite the number of players reaching almost about 45 in the current regime. New coach Geto Zakariasen is not perturbed with the number of players available for him to work with.
Are good players and will help us a lot. We are preparing for a long season, so we got to strengthen our team. So we bring in new players, a lot of new players. We got to be competitive in FA Cup, in the league, in the Champions League, and it's now we play a year. You know, it's not a season as it is before. So that's why we bring in so many.
Interestingly, executive chairman of the club Kwame Chase, since taking over in November 2016, has seen over 55 players joining the club with no significant sales.
Okay, so I don't know what kind of title you'd want to give this kind of movie. You know, the episode between Zinedine Zidane and Gareth Bale, you know, it continues. We're entering part 2.
Mafia versus Ninja.
You know, yeah.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
No. Shaolin Soccer.
But
no, it's Shaolin Soccer.
No, but how would you blurt it out if you were in Kumawood? You know, like the Kumawood people and how they pronounce it.
That's 1 and 2.
Oh, this is too subtle.
No, you have to eat some kinky in the morning before you can figure it out.
But I heard, okay.
No, this one is coffee. I'm now drinking coffee.
So, you know, Zinedine Zidane says Gareth Bale refused to play in Real Madrid's preseason match against Bayern Munich and insists that he has never disrespected anybody. Now, Real head coach said on Saturday after the 3-1 defeat at the hands of Bayern Munich that Bale was close to leaving the club and his departure would be best for everyone, adding in that it was nothing personal. Let's move away from there and talk about Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk, who says that winning silverware with the football club is a priority, but it will not, but it will be a dream come true to win the Ballon d'Or award. Now, the last time a defender won the Footballer of the Year prize at the level of FIFA was Fabio Cannavaro in 2006, after leading the Azzurri of Italy.
That's Zidane head-butted Materazzi. So who was really supposed to win it?
At this point,
let's finish with the bullet.
Fabio Cannavaro has a very good story. You know, in the 1990 edition, he was a ball boy.
Oh,
he was a ball boy in the 1990 edition, which was hosted in his country, in Italy. And then in 2006, he led Italy to win it.
Beautiful.
What a remarkable story. You see, he
to
knows his level.
And Materazzi is Italian.
Charlie, you want to headbutt somebody today?
I beg
Charlie.
you.
Let's take a listen to Virgil van Dijk.
People are talking about it, and obviously, you know, it's you can't say that it doesn't do you something, but it is a subject that we don't have any influence on. I can't change anything other than just right now get fit, stay fit, and that's just the situation, you know. Obviously, if you win something like that, obviously that's a dream come true for every footballer in the world. But if you don't, then you know you just get on with it and trying to perform even better than I did last year.
Okay, the most expensive defender, of all time.
Champions League holder, please. Champions League holder.
Yeah, he knows his level. This has been the Joy Sports Center, the Know Your Level edition of the Joy Sports Center. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.
My name is Daniel Dazin. I have respect for Nathaniel. We'll be right back with the groove. Stay with us. That'll be after the Stanbic Bank Money Tip.